Good day, everyone! Gore the Rogue, Greg Satilla from CRPG Legends here, and I am here today to talk about something that has affected many of us over the last year in some way, shape, or form, and that is the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, I don't want to get involved in some debate about the virus itself, its origins, how dangerous it really is, or anything like that. I simply want to talk about how World of Warcraft has helped combat some of the major mental health issues that can be associated with not being allowed to socialize in person with those you know and love. Quick background on my situation here, as the rules and laws differ by country and territory. I personally am an asthmatic diabetic, as cool as that sounds, so I chose to follow the health guidelines laid out in my area of the world, which is Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. What this has meant was that since the last quarter of 2020, we have been told not to have any indoor social gatherings, and outdoor social gatherings are restricted. So outside of the 2 times I have seen one of my good friends, I haven't really seen anyone outside of my household since September of 2020, which was approximately 7 months ago. Now, I am definitely an introvert whom over the years, like a lot of others, have developed a decent level of social anxiety, so I wasn't the most keen to go out and party to begin with, but that doesn't mean people don't require socialization. I find it's important to not just sit with your own thoughts too long. It's funny, your own thoughts become too convincing and you can slowly start to lose grounding with reality. This is where access to World of Warcraft and its community has been so important to so many people, whether they know it or not. Gamers get a bit of a bad rap sometimes, which is sometimes justified and sometimes not. The stereotype is that gamers are sarcastic, rude, predominantly male, and intolerant to change. I mean, this is a stereotype, and sometimes it's true and sometimes it's not, just as with all stereotypes. But one thing I do find from my own experiences, that like any group of people, you will find a wide gamut of different, interesting, unique individuals when you get to know them. Which is why I want to draw attention to the importance of my guild, Cute Choose. A guild that by all accounts I would call successful. We have cleared all the raid content in WoW Classic and are still going strong, waiting for the expansion and finishing off our second Atish. But PvE success and getting gear is not what makes a guild great. It is still the interconnection of the people in the guild which ultimately contributes to the guild's success. I'm sure there are plenty of guilds out there that the members ultimately don't enjoy their raid experience due to some of their guildmates, but don't leave because it's hard to find a new home and you would sacrifice your spot in the pecking order for loot that you may have already established. I know what this feels like. I suffered through the same thing when I began raiding in vanilla, and I just assumed the stringent culture and players being snapped at frequently was normal part of the culture, and I found out later I was so very wrong. It does happen more than it probably should, but is definitely not the prerequisite to running a successful raid. Q-Choose has been the perfect level of supportive to me during this pandemic. We aren't this big, warm, supportive, loving group of people, but we are the right makeup of people that it allows me to feel somewhat normal again when I interact with them.
We get a
Brian
again.
Barry, can you do a New York accent for us?
Oh no! Remember last time? Didn't
But
go
you're
well.
so good at it.
Yeah, you're
I'm
really
walking here. Watch out, walking. Hey.
From the outside, we are not always the friendliest guild to associate with. We are a bit tribalistic at times. We are sarcastic, sometimes politically incorrect, but also generally progressive for the most part. It's a weird dichotomy, but an absolutely engaging community. The beauty of technology these days is guilds stay interconnected with Discord when you are not able to be online. Whether that be your server Discord or your guild Discord, your community is always nearby at your fingertips. As our guild was determining who would receive the first Atish, a campaign broke out online and suddenly the top contenders were campaigning and putting together memes and videos. My name is Gore. I'm here to endorse Apox as my candidate for Atish. I have been his campaign manager now for 10 hours. And it ended with one of our officers presenting a CNN-style news coverage of the race with interviews with the top candidates and their campaign managers. It was impromptu, it was fun, and it made me feel like I wasn't stuck at home in a global pandemic. Our farm raids have turned into a home for fun discussion, laughs, and hot takes.
Who actually made the meme?
Which one?
The
Nobody in this guild made that.
Yeah, no one in
Meme.
this guild did.
What are you talking about? I made that.
Draft.
And we may have to be given a quick stern word to get us to focus when needed, but our raids are generally fun and relaxed and generally end with success. We ended up building a solid community that works and plays well together, which is exactly what I needed, especially in an environment where I see the same people every day, rarely leave my home other than to walk to get groceries or to walk the dog. My guild was the saving grace for my mental health. When I needed a change of scenery or someone new to talk to and take my mind off the pandemic, or when I was emotionally overwhelmed, there was a community to go to that could offer some support or take my mind off things. Raid nights were always important to me beforehand, but now even more so. They were that mental crutch that helps give meaning to your daily activities, the friends you can laugh and joke with and get that sense of community and care. I don't know if all of the members were aware of their importance in propping up the mental welfare of their guildmates, but whether they were aware or not, they were part of something very important that helped maintain my mental health in a very trying time. I do want to mention that my guild sadly did not remain unaffected by the pandemic. We lost a great, funny, helpful friend in our shaman Alphabet who passed away due to COVID-19. It was a tough hit on all of us, and the guild really came together to remember him in the only way World of Warcraft guilds can, by using his macro that said montage every time his Wind Fury procced. It was how we chose to honor a great guild member and also reinforce that we were a team, a group, a real community. While I may be closer to vaccination and hopefully getting my life back onto a positive track again, I personally have to be thankful for the love and support of my guild and my guildies and my other friends in the WoW community. Thanks for helping keep me grounded in reality through a very trying time. Now I want to hear some stories from the viewers. Has your guild or WoW community helped you get through the COVID-19 pandemic? I realize we all had different experiences and different expectations put on us, so everyone's personal experiences will differ. But please feel free to comment in the comments about your own personal experiences, and please like and subscribe to this video if you enjoyed it. Please come back and enjoy my content. I really enjoy making it. I hope you enjoy viewing it, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.